Hey, my beautiful souls, welcome back to another episode of Exploring Your Inner Love with Sasha Ridley. As you can see by the title today, we're going to talk about how to recognize great friendships. And I feel like today's timing, we're so focused on red flags and this person doing this. If this person do this, they don't like you, they don't care for you, they jealous of you, they hate you, and that, this, that, and the third. And I feel like we're oversaturated with people being jealous of us that we have within our friend group. Like, I feel like we need to hear some positive things, right? So I'm gonna jump into the few things that I listed about how you can recognize if you have, a great friendship or a relationship with the people that you have within your circle. So the first way to identify if you have a wonderful friendship is that they support you. They're there within your corner, clapping for you, encouraging you, inspiring you to move forward. They're inspiring you to start that business. They're inspiring you to start that nonprofit organization. Whatever it is that you're doing in life, rather if you decided to eat a salad today, they say, oh girl, check you out, oh boy, I see you don't worked out today, that's great. They're just there to support you 100%. Okay. So then number two is they have your best interests at heart. These are the people that they basically hold your hand and tell you the truth. You know how people say, I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this? Yeah, those are the people that's willing to hold your hand and to be honest with you, even if it sounds like it's hurtful, but it's not coming from a hurtful place. Now you do have to be careful with this, because you do have some people that can say hurtful things, but then you do have some people that can say hurtful things, but it's coming from a genuine place. And the reason why it could come off as hurtful to you is because, you probably wasn't, ready to hear the truth, because sometimes the truth hurt. It does. Or because, for whatever reason, it just may hurt, but it's not coming from a destructive place of them trying to destroy you, or them trying to manipulate you or control you. It's coming from a genuine place to where they can have those tough conversations with you, but then they can also steer you in the direction of succeeding, if that makes sense, right? They give you the constructive criticism that you need, and then they're able to say, well, hey, I noticed that you like to do X, Y, and Z a lot, but how about you branch off to do ABC? If you get what I'm saying, if that makes sense. And in the process of them having that tough conversation with you, like I said, they hold your hand. The holding the hand part, I feel like that is a genuine gesture. Um, Rather if it's them just saying it, or if they're actually holding your hand, I feel like it's a genuine gesture, because you and that person have the opportunity to connect with one another on an emotional aspect, to really collab and to really make things make sense so that you can succeed. Because sometimes, y'all, we need to be having those tough conversations. We need to, like, we need to be held accountable. We need to hear the constructive uh the constructive criticism. I know I just pronounced that wrong, but y'all get it. But we need that. Like, you need that in order to grow. Because just imagine if every single day you took a test and you passed the test. How fun will life be? It wouldn't be fun, because you have no challenges. It's like you know everything. It's no need for you to reach out for help. It's no need for you to ask for support, because clearly it seems like you know everything. You get what I'm saying? But I feel like, life is a big test. And I feel like you need moments where people are there to hold you accountable. You need moments where people criticize you, but they criticize you and the criticism is coming from a genuine place. And even if it's not coming from a genuine place, because there's a lot of people that's going to criticize you and it's coming from a very harsh, bitter place. But then that's when you use your discernment and you identify, is this genuine or is this hurtful, right? And then I feel like, even if it's not genuine, I feel as though you should be confident within yourself enough to know that that person is hurting, and hurt people, and the only reason why they're saying the harsh, hurtful criticism, whatever things that they're saying to you, is to destroy you, is to hurt you, right? So that's another conversation for another day. I'll do another video about like how to, like, build your confidence, and how to accept criticism, and how to identify if it's coming from a genuine or a hurtful place, and different stuff like that. Okay, but let's keep going. Number 3, they're able to give you the same energy that you give them. So say for instance, if you have this friend, and whenever you have a bad day, this friend show up for you, and this friend is there to encourage you, to inspire you, to motivate you, to uplift you, and to just, pour into your cup. Rather, if that's just the friend, texting you, hey, I'm checking in on you to see how you doing, and validating you throughout whatever it is that you need to be validated through. Or rather, if that's, them FaceTiming you, and them, just spending time, you just spending time with, your friend while you're having this bad day, or your friend coming to pick you up, and y'all going out to eat, or maybe y'all going shopping, or maybe y'all go out of town, right? So the same way that that friend showed up for you, uh no, I got it twisted. Say for instance, you did all that for your friend, right? My bad, I got it twisted. So say for instance, you did all that for your friend. You showed up for your friend. You went out to eat, did this and the third, right? And then when you're having a bad day, I feel as though your friend should be able to reciprocate what it was that you reciprocated to him or her. Now, they may not be able to do that to the fullest extent that you did it. However, I feel as though it should be reciprocated somehow, some way, to where you feel fulfilled on your end, just as well as they felt fulfilled on their end when you showed up for them, right? So those are the 3 different steps that I have about how to identify if you have a wonderful, beautiful friendship. Now, mind you, some of the things that I listed, you may not have that within your friend, and that's okay. That is okay, because guess what? This friendship is an ongoing build. Is you're building. It's like is a how can I say this? Is a it's like it's an ongoing friendship. Like the tricky part come in at, because what do you do if you don't have wonderful, supportive friends in your group, right? Like, what would you do if the things that I listed, you know, you can't find those characteristics within your friends? First and foremost, don't just go based off of what it is that I have to say, because I don't know the friendship that you have between you and your friend. Okay, everything that I listed, everything that I mentioned is not the blueprint to this is what you need to follow, and if you don't follow it, then you're not gonna have wonderful friends, right? If you have friends and you really want to be friends with these people, and they don't incorporate these things within the friendship that you have with them, I suggest that you sit down and that you go back to number 2, like I mentioned, which is to have those tough conversations with your friends. And I think you need to communicate your needs with your friends, to let your friends know, hey, look, I noticed that you support me, but you don't support me in a manner that I want to be supported in, right? Think about it like this: we all have different love languages, right? And say for instance, what if your friend is loving you in words of affirmation type of situation, right? And you're not that type of person. You're more so of a quality time type of person. So you reach out to that friend, you tell that friend, hey, look, I really love the encouraging words that you send me, when I have a rough time. I love the encouraging words that you give me, whenever I accomplish anything, but, those things really don't fulfill me, you know? So I would rather if, we spend more time together. Maybe if I'm having a rough day, you know, it's nothing for you to come to my address, to come to my home, and bring some wine, bring some drinks, bring something so that we could sit down and talk amongst each other. Maybe instead of us FaceTiming each other, how about we actually sit down in person and go out to eat, because that means more to me, because I have more of a one-on-one connection with you. How does that sound? That sounds perfect, right? Because one, you know yourself, you've identified your love languages. Two, you're able to communicate and set boundaries with your friend. Three, you're able to get your needs met, and then also you're opening, and not three, but four, you've allowed yourself to be vulnerable. So no telling what your friend may say about how you contribute to their friendship. You get what I'm saying? She may open up and she may say, hey, look, you know what? I'm glad you opening up about this and you saying this, because I really don't appreciate when, you did this or did that. And the third, you get what I'm saying? So I feel like within that moment, that's a moment for y'all to, whoever it is, for all of y'all to get on the same page to figure out, okay, what works for you, what don't work for you. You get what I'm saying? So those are the different steps of tools of wisdom, knowledge that I would say. And I feel like the last part was like a bonus of like how you would go about having those tough conversations with your friends, just to get them to like, be more supportive and to show up for you and to do different things like that. So that's that for today, and I'll see you guys with another episode. Try NOLA Swedish Treaties homemade pralines, rich, creamy, and packed with southern flavors. Order yours today by clicking the link in our description section.